The T-60, Russian tank, formidable firepower. At one stage, also a flying machine. Under the designation of the Antonov A-40, it was the Soviets' attempt at getting airborne vehicles to glide onto the battlefield. In order to reduce weight, this meant ditching its cannon, ammunition, headlights, and keeping a small amount of fuel. Its one test flight was prematurely aborted when the TB-3 towing it was forced to drop it due to the large drag the gliding armored contraption was creating. Hey guys, and welcome back to War Thunder. It is KrebsCOHO here in the T-60. As requested by Angry Nerd, he says along the lines that apparently there's a rumor has it that this tank is a bad tank. And well, I'm here to myth bust that rumor by showing how this tank is actually awesome. So it's a very low tier tank, in fact battle rating of 1.0, so this is very low matches indeed. Be up against a lot of reserve vehicles, but the reason why it's awesome is because of the great firepower that this gun has. Notice how it's an auto cannon, and if you look at the ammunition, I've got about 58 rounds in the chamber and 12 sets or boxes, whatever, of ammo that I can reload into. So effectively this tank has a lot of ammunition to work with. One thing to keep a note of when firing with the gun is that you can spray for a long time, but when you have to reload between clips, then it's actually quite a long reload. So you have to dive into cover when that happens. But otherwise, this armor isn't fantastic. It only has 2 crew members, so it dies really quickly if even a single crew member perishes. But the point is, you don't get to that stage. Now, I've known T-60s to actually bounce off shells from enemy tanks, and even ones a lot higher in tier, because if you look at that upper armor on the hull, that is at a very extreme angle, so it is possible that it will bounce shots off. So let's take a look at what's going on over here. We got Mr. M3A1 Stewart, but I want to see if anyone else is around here. Hello, hello, hello. A little bit awkward. I want him to pop out, because if he does that, then I can kill him then. But it looks like I've got an M3 over here to contend with. Interesting. I've got the HVAP rounds on this tank, and that is where the fun is at. It's all about that HVAP rounds. That's what I'm trying to say. The highest amount of penetration. One thing to note is that it's meant to be a sort of close quarters ammunition and not to be used in a long range scenario, because the penetration really does drop off in long range scenarios. So let's go around the side here and see what there is. Hello? Ah, BT5. And you're dead. Amazing. But I need to get reloaded here. Or repaired, rather. Oh my gosh, but not good timing. His guy is down on the cannon, but I'm in a very awkward spot where my transmission is down and I need to reload my gun. So I'm just gonna wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here, hoping that the enemy is not gonna be able to shoot me. Another great thing is the very low profile on this tank. Check it out. It's like a little turtle. It really is reminiscent of a turtle. I don't know, that's the impression that I get from it. You know, like a baby turtle, how they're so tiny and they have the small heads? That's exactly the impression that I get with this tank. We're just gonna fire into this guy. We're gonna back off now because we're not getting much success. Not good, not good. And we'll see what else we can do. I think I've already gotten 3 kills. I do. So I can grab a bomber, but I would actually recommend at tier 1 not to even take bombers. And the reason why is because it's a lot of time invested when you go out with a bomber, right? You know, the countdown, and then you have to get into a safe position, and then you have to use the bombs and whatnot, and then you go back into your tank, you might die. But it's more so because at tier 1, the bomb sizes are quite small, so they don't have a really large explosive radius. The enemy vehicles are relatively small as well, so you really have to get the bombs on top of them. And they're just usually maneuverable, very speedy, very maneuverable. Oh my gosh. Ugh. We've got to go around in circles here if we're going to have any success. No! Don't do it! Wait, maybe he can't even... Maybe he doesn't even have the... Wait! He can't shoot me! No, he can. Oh, shit. He's down at an angle. Okay, now we can do it. Come on. Yes! Oh, I needed to get him on a flat approach and not angled, or else I was just going to be bouncing off. Why am I stuck here? What is going on? Uh-oh. Why am I stuck? I think I was stuck in the ground or something. Okay, here we go. So overall, I wouldn't recommend using bombers at tier 1. It's just really hard to kill enemies, and I find it a lot more productive to just use your tank to kill enemies. It's quicker that way to rack up the kills. Alright, let's see. I think there was a tank just over here off the side, wasn't there? There is, but this guy's gonna notice me before anything else happens, so he's down. Only 2 members inside that crew. Or tank. Please! Don't hurt me. Uh-oh. No! Okay, we gotta hope that he bounces here. Unless maybe some of his crew is down as well. We can actually drop some artillery. Oh, no! The M2A4 finishing me off. That's an unfortunate position to get into. When they detrack you and you're low on ammo. Puts you in a really helpless position, so you gotta be really careful what ammo you do have. But notice the angle at which I was shooting that M2A4 at. He was a bit on the side, like diagonal to me. And so trying to penetrate him was just gonna be a really difficult task to do. Because with these HVAP rounds, they do the most penetration, but it's only about up to 36 millimeters. And although these tanks at low tier don't have a lot of armor, even when they angle, that still can be enough to block your shots. So we're just gonna push up. But I was also thinking about talking with you guys some other stuff as well, not only about this tank, but also about the new patch that's coming out, 1.53. As I'm sure you guys are aware, the dev server was up. I didn't manage to get on because the time frame to go on was only 2 hours. What's up with that? Were any of you guys actually able to get on the dev server? 2 hours? Literally? So imagine that you find out that the dev server's up, and then you have to download it, so that's gonna be some time as well. Okay, good. See, he's trying to shoot at me because he can see my silhouette and whatnot. But what's happening is that his teammate is blocking. These stewards are turning out to be very, very difficult tanks to take on. Seems like their armor is my biggest foe at the moment. Oh my gosh. Not the transmission. We're almost reloaded. He's not aiming correctly. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Just straight down the middle. T-26 does not have a lot of crew members in there. Very easy to finish off. We're almost repaired. But I'm looking forward to so many new things in that patch. A lot of new vehicles coming out. Apparently the E100 is being teased by its model being out already. Like, people have been dissecting some of the data and whatnot in the game. And you can actually spot the E100, which is interesting, to say the least. Some people are up in arms against it. I don't really mind. Uh-oh. Oh man, these American tanks. Okay, what we're gonna do is drop some artillery on this guy. And what we need to do is actually start capping some areas. Oh, this is bad. Okay. I wanna work my way from C to B. Okay, this guy is down. I wanna work my way from C to B. Because if I can do that, then I think we'd have a lot of success that way. It looks like my artillery killed somebody. We're just gonna aim straight into whatever flat parts there are. That's one of his crew members down. We need to get reloaded. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be tense, man. This is gonna be tense. Let's see a lot of dead tanks. But also they're introducing a lot of new cool stuff as well. Like, I think they're revamping the crew skills system, where they're going to be replacing some of the more useless stuff, like machine gunning, with other things, like I think agility and whatnot. So that's going to be interesting, seeing exactly what happens out of that. Might even make a guide in the future got some new recommendations on what to put your points into. Might think of something like that. New graphics, Dagor 4.0, building destruction. Overall, pretty damn nifty patch that's going to be coming out. Hey man, look, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing, you dickhead? We need to cap the goddamn point. I think his like drivers. I don't know. He's got a brick on the pedal. Seriously, what the hell was he doing? What was he think he was doing? Okay, interesting. So we've almost got this point. Hopefully nobody's going to be coming up just in front of us here. We're capturing B as well. So this should be okay. Aha. Enemy Panzer! And enemy Panzer is gone. Germany's best. Right there. And that is pretty much all the enemies dead. Didn't manage to get in the cap zone, unfortunately. But finishing off with a nice nifty 10 kills. Getting the capture zone a number of times. So overall with this tank, you can go on the front line. I mean, for God's sake, it's tier 1. I know it doesn't have a lot of capacity in terms of living. It can die very fast, but it's a powerful tank. Very powerful armament. You've seen a number of people bouncing off on my upper hull. Likewise, they also shot into my belly, and all that ended up was taking out my transmission and not finishing off my crew member. But maybe that was a misplaced shot. That could be possible. Let's see. I think there's one more tank that was heading up along this direction. See if we can finish him off. You there. Oh, it's an M2. It's an M2. Ah. How much ammo do I have? 17 rounds. 17 rounds. Okay. Can I do it? No, I can't. Let's just reload. I think there might even be another guy somewhere around here, but by the time I get reloaded, he'll probably be dead. Might even win the match. What else is over here? Nothing. So I'm gonna try to get on the dev server as soon as possible, but it really depends when they put it up. The kind of irritating thing is about whenever they announce the dev server, it's just completely random. Like, they never say it's gonna be up at this time, this date. It's just like on the whim. Okay guys, we're opening it for 2 hours. Do whatever you want. So I'll try to get what content I can. 10 kills is alright. I wouldn't say it's amazing. We got 4 kill assists on top of it. But there you go, guys. Myth busted. The T-60 does not suck. It is indeed a formidable tank. You know, it'd be funny as well if they, instead of calling in a bomber or an attacker, you should be able to take this tank out as the Antonov A40. Just dive on the enemies. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this. And until next one, this is KrebsCOHO, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now we blasting off into the ozone. The way we kick it in the dojo is local for show, though we paving the road that's opposed to the dodo. Mr.